always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around and help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind.
Basketball. The Altavista Colonels are live on 105.5 KD Country. It's 1A East Region semifinal action. Altavista getting set to take on the Essex Trojans. I'm Kyle Haney, and with me tonight, it's an all Haney show. It's Dave Haney by my side, and Mr. Haney, we've got a good one here tonight. It's a matchup against two very talented teams. Essex comes in at 17-6. The Altavista Colonels enter at 18-5.
Very even records as far as that goes, Kyle. These two teams have met in the past, but I don't believe it's been recently. So we'll see how the folks from Essex work out tonight against the Altavista Colonels.
It's been a few years since they've locked horns, but we know about the matchups on the football field in the state championship games, and then some matchups on the hardwood as well. Some of that's probably ancient history to the players that'll be out there. It's a win for Altavista on Tuesday night to get them here, Dave. They beat Carver Academy 73-36. You were there hanging out for the basketball game and the Oscar Briggs Freedom Festival party. Colonels really took a great time to turn their game up to level 10.
They did. They were much more athletic than the folks that they played, and of course they were also quicker. So the Colonels just really had a chance to get out and run in part of that game, which I know the players like to do. I'm not so sure Coach Harris would like to see that, but it was a fun game for Altavista and Altavista fans, and we were kind of expecting that all season long, but haven't really seen it.
Yeah, it really took the Colonels most of the season to find their A-plus game, and they did it on Tuesday night. Now, obviously, their record's 18-5. It's not like they've been playing terrible all year. They've beaten some good teams. It was just really a complete performance Tuesday night. And we'll find out what Coach Harris had to say about the ball game. It's all part of the Subway pregame show. We're getting set to see some region semifinal action between Essex and Altavista. Let's hear from the head coach, Troy Harris. Caught up with him before the game tonight. We'll get his thoughts on Tuesday and then also on the Essex Trojans. It's high school basketball. You're going to have yourself a ringside seat for Altavista and Essex on 105.5 KD Country.
You'll always leave happy after purchasing a best
Custom-crafted atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29, Altavista.
This is 100% convenient mobile banking with local First National Bank.
With our FirstNet mobile app, you can securely check balances, make deposits, pay bills, transfer money, and much more.
It's easy to use, and we even have a video demo on our website at firstnetbk.com.
And it's free, so search FirstNet mobile app and download it for free today.
Remember, banking from anywhere, anytime will help you bring home more bacon.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-cent sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns from Cumberland High School. That's the site of the 1A East Region semifinals. We're chatting once again with head coach of the Altavista Colonels. Colonels getting set to take on the Essex Trojans. And, Coach, let's before we get to that game, let's talk about the game that got you here. Just an outstanding win on Tuesday night against Carver Academy.
I got to think it was the most complete game you guys have played all year. Would you agree?
It's no doubt. It's not even close. We came out and scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, and that's literally all we had been talking about was starting better, because we seemed to turn it on in the fourth quarter after we sort of coasted through the first three. So I was really excited that we got out to a hot start, and we didn't let up. We kept the pressure on, and we kept scoring. We forcing them into bad shots or turnovers and using it to our advantage and actually finishing, hitting our free throws, making layups, and it was just really the best game we played all year.
Yeah, and it's not that they were a bad basketball team by any means. You just took them apart. That defensive pressure seemed to spark the offense. I know you've been harping on that all year. It was nice to see not only the offense get going in the first half, but the defense too, huh?
Yeah, we really talked about pressuring and keeping them in front, and we try to pressure sometimes, and then we let people get by us, and then we have to help, and they shoot a layup. But last night, we did a really good job of keeping them in front and contesting every pass and every shot and every dribble, and it really tore them up a little bit and forced a lot of turnovers. And then we turned it into 18 assists, which is the best by far in the season. And I told the guys, if we just share the ball like that and play a little bit defense, we're going to be tough to beat.
No doubt about it. It's the Essex Trojans here tonight. Tell us what you know about Essex. I know they've had a good season so far, and they're surely going to be jazzed up to take on the Altavista Colonels. You guys always seem to have the bullseye on your back.
That's right, and we seem to match up with Essex in everything that we do, too. So we're playing them again. We played them a few years ago. They've only lost like 4 games, and 3 of them were by 1 point, and a couple of them were in overtime. So they're a really good team. They got one guy that's about 6'4", 6'5", and then they got a bunch of little guards that they're not the same player, but they play the same style, about between 5'8" and 5'10", handle the ball, good defensive pressure on the ball, and really push the tempo when they get a chance. They want to get you fretted and get you going. They don't really want to play in the half court. They'll shoot a bunch of threes, and then they just crash the glass like they don't know any better. And they really get you going and get you frazzled, and if you don't control the tempo on them, you'll be in for a long night.
You feel like those experiences you had against full court pressure against teams like Amherst back earlier in the season and the Dan Rivers and the Appomattoxes of the world, you think that's prepared you for what Essex will throw at you?
That's been our line in the media all year, is we're playing all these 2As, 3As, and 4As, and they're pressing us, and we're turning it over, and we don't look very good, but we're hanging in there. And then when you get to the single-A playoffs, it's the same pressure, but it's maybe not quite as big of guys out there. So I definitely think we're battle-tested. I think the pressure we faced in the season really helps us out when we get to the postseason. It's almost like a relief like that. We've already seen this, and it's actually better in the season than it is now. So not taking anything away from Essex, but, I think we're ready to go. I think we'll handle the pressure just fine, and we'll keep playing together.
Final question for you here, Coach Harris. I heard you describe the fact that you've already secured a spot in the state tournament as kind of a security blanket. You don't have to win this game here. However, I'm sure for you and your guys, it's still a big emphasis on winning tonight, right?
That's right. Yeah, I mean, we've already made the state tournament. We can lose tonight and Saturday, and we still play next weekend. But we've won the region title 3 or 4 years in a row now. I lost track, I guess. So it's really a sense of pride that the road or the region really goes through Altavista, and we really want to keep that tradition alive and bring home another trophy.
Great stuff, Coach. We'll let you run. It's Essex. It's Altavista. It's the region semifinal. Tip in about 10 minutes on 105.5 KD Country.
A short drive will save you money.
I'm Greg Walker with an exciting new offer from Feller Chevrolet. Purchase any new or used vehicle at Feller's and receive a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 3-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Again, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and a 3-day money-back guarantee. At Feller Chevrolet, we stand behind what we sell, and we save you money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
A short drive will save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Life happens. Divorce, family problems, criminal charges, civil litigation, personal injury cases. Turn to David W. Shreve, an experienced attorney at law. David W. Shreve has been practicing law for over 30 years. Free consultation for personal injury cases. David W. Shreve wishing good luck to the Altavista boys basketball team in the playoffs. Go Colonels! David W. Shreve, located 7th Street, Altavista, or by phone 369-6621.
There's nothing like a winning team to bring pride and enthusiasm to a community. The Altavista Office of Economic Development is a proud supporter of Colonel Sports. Congratulations to the coaches and players on a winning season. And good luck in the basketball playoffs. The Altavista Office of Economic Development, helping grow a better community. For more information and business incentives, contact Dennis Jarvis at Town Hall, 7th Street, Altavista.
PCM Industrial Services recognizes the importance of high school athletics by sponsoring this award-winning broadcast. PCM Industrial Maintenance and Construction Specialist providing welding, millwright, erection, and fabrication services to all forms of industry throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. From offices in Altavista, PCM Industrial Services congratulates the Altavista basketball teams on another successful season. Good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns from Cumberland High School. That's the site for tonight's basketball game between Altavista and Essex. It's the Trojans taking on the Colonels. I'm Kyle, he's Dave, and you heard from the head coach, Troy Harris there. Dave, he was pretty pleased with the victory over Carver Academy on Tuesday night. Felt like his team played well. He had 4 guys in double figures, I think. McClure was over 20 points, doing his usual stuff on the glass, and team really starting to shoot free throws better, too, and that's going to be something that could come down or could make or break a game down the stretch here.
Yeah, as we go down to this part of the season, free throws can be a very important part for winnability for a team. And as Coach Harris said, that was the best game of the season that they played. Outstanding game. But tonight's a different ball game, and even though they're in the state tournament, the more games you win between now and next Wednesday, tonight and Saturday, means better seedings. And although when we get down to the last 8 teams there in the quarterfinals, they're all going to be good.
Right.
But seeding could help you.
Yeah, these teams have secured their spots in the state tournament, as you mentioned, but you've got to improve your seeding. If you win tonight and win Saturday, you're the region champion. That would give you the number 1 seed. You take on the 4 seed from the other side. So it's an interesting concept, and it's a little bit confusing, and the VHSL may end up changing it next year. But another thing the Colonels have going for them is simply this. They've been the East Region champs last 4 years in a row. Last year, and then the 3 years they won the state tournament. So they want to continue to be the East Region champs. They feel like they've got the heavyweight belt that they bring into the gym, and they want to walk out with the gym with the belt, too. And that's not a bad way to look at it, really.
That's good aspirations, that's for sure, for the Colonels. And they are warming up here on the floor in front of us tonight as the team captains are meeting at center court here. The folks from Essex are in their, I guess we'll call it purple uniforms with the gold trim.
Purple unis, gold trim. Colonels will be in the home whites. It's the Subway pregame show. Altavista will be the home team tonight on the scoreboard. We'll discuss that and so much more as we move on. The Footlong Fest is happening at Subway. 2 wonderful locations in Altavista to serve you on Main Street and then inside the Walmart on Clarion Road. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. We'll bring it back with more discussions. It'll be time for the starting lineups and then the tip between Altavista and Essex. It's a region semifinal game. You're going to hear it all live on 105.5 KD Country.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1909, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Some people have never tried food at a Mexican restaurant, so we asked Chad Shelton from Shelton's Plumbing and Heating about his experience.
I wasn't so sure what the green stuff was, but they slipped some on my plate one day, and now I won't have a meal without guacamole. Still can't spell it.
At El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, if you have questions, they give you the answers in English. Mexican and American foods, affordable prices, and fast service. Try it today. El Cazador, Main Street, Altavista.
841-1580. That's the number to know this winter when your heat pump is in trouble. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling is the name to know for all your heating and air issues. Call 841-1580 to get Donnie and his team to your house or business fast. 841-1580. That's 434-841-1580. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. The name to know this winter. The number to know, 841-1580.
Napa know-how.
When you grab a pair of Bosch Evolution Beam wiper blades, now $10 off at Napa, you'll have the confidence to tell Mother Nature to bring it. Because with Bosch Evolution wiper blades, now $10 off when you buy a pair, you'll show the weather who's really the boss. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 2/28/17.
Brought to you by Napa of Altavista.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns from Cumberland High School. Altavista getting set to do battle with the Trojans from Essex. I'm Kyle Haney. My tag team partner tonight is Dave Haney. We'll send out plenty of shout-outs as the game goes on, but let's send one out to our dear buddy Oscar Briggs right now. I think he might be tuned in post-op down there, and you can listen anywhere, of course, with the KD Country app or at kdcountry.com, Dave. And we know we've got a lot of folks listening in various places across the world.
And there are a lot of ways to listen these days. Of course, as you mentioned there, on the internet, you can log on to our website and click on the listen link in the upper right-hand corner and listen on the internet. If you've got the TuneIn app on your smartphone, you can use the TuneIn app to listen to the game, and you can download that from the Google Play Store. There's also a relatively new way to listen with the Next radio app, and that's also in the Google Play Store for your Android phone. You can listen on the Next app and listen in real time. And the Next app has some benefits. You don't use as much battery for your telephone, very little battery, and very little data. You don't use the data charges. So the Next app is an economical way to get on and listen to the radio, whether it's our station or any others with the Next radio app. And, of course, also there is the KD Country app, which you can download out of the Google Play Store and listen to KD Country.
We love them all. You're pretty well schooled on that stuff. It's like you're going up to lobby Congress on Capitol Hill or something like that. That's an inside joke there, folks.
I might do that next week.
You should try that sometime. We'll get back to basketball here. One more quick timeout on the Subway pregame show. I believe it's national anthem time. We'll bring it back and tell you about the starting lineups and then get underway. Tip-off between Essex and Altavista is about 2.5 minutes away. You're going to hear it live on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
In basketball, the right combination can save a game. In life, it can save your wallet. Visit Lori Watkins State Farm Insurance in Altavista to talk about combining your home and auto insurance and save some money. Like the Colonels, Lori Watkins State Farm wants to put together the right combination so you can win with all of your insurance and financial services needs. Reach Lori or her team at loriwatkins.net to start winning today. Good luck, Colonels.
Hey, Oscar, my insurance situation isn't too good. I need to find somebody new.
Just call Mike Kinlaw. I've been a customer of his for over 20 years.
Mike Kinlaw, huh? I always knew he was a big Colonel fan.
Well, he's an independent insurance agent, so he can shop around and make sure you get the best rates. I mean, you can go online and try the Lizard or the guy that wears khakis, but hey, he's an Altavista graduate. He supports the teams. He's involved in the community. You can't get more than that.
Sounds like I'm calling Kinlaw Insurance Agency.
Yeah, call Mike at 369-5612.
369-5612.
You'll always leave happy after purchasing a Best Bet Motor Sales vehicle. Stop by our Rustburg or Amherst site and check out our great inventory of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best Bet Motor Sales, proud to have been awarded the Virginia Quality Dealer Award for District 6, 2016-2017. See for yourself our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Browse our vehicles. BestBetMotorsales.com, home of the 60-second guaranteed credit approval.
Installing Atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can
and save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29 Altavista.
I'm Jeff Walker of First National Bank and the manager at our Main Street branch in Altavista. Did you know that local bankers have a lot more at stake in taking better care of you? You see, helping local customers like you be more successful is our only focus, and each customer is so important. So for your small business, construction, and personal loan needs, think of me and think of us first. That's local First National Bank. We'll help you bring home more bacon. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns. It's the final segment here from Cumberland High School. I'm Kyle. He's Dave. It's Altavista getting set to match up with Essex in a region semifinal contest. Cumberland hosted the region last year, Dave. They're doing the same thing here this year. We'll be here again on Saturday, win or lose. I will point out, if the Colonels lose this game tonight, they will be playing at noon on Saturday. Should they win here tonight, the game will be at 6 p.m. That would be the region championship game. Starters being announced right now for Essex. It looks like number 10, Kelmon Taylor, number 12, Isaiah Taylor, number 22, Terrell Hundley, number 40, Alex Peterson. He's going to be a name that you'll hear a lot of. Peterson is 6'6". He's a senior. He played a big key in the game a few years ago when Altavista played Essex in a region tournament a few years ago. Colonel starters are going to be number 3, Mateo Malbach, number 4, Daquan Poindexter, number 5, Chancellor Mormon, number 30, Josh McClure, number 15, Lawrence Galliard. If you haven't been hearing the Colonels much, McClure leads him in scoring at 12.5 points per game, also leads in rebounds. McClure, Galliard, and Poindexter were all first-team Conference 44 selections, Dave, and McClure won the Conference 44 Player of the Year award again, just like he did last year.
Yeah, the Colonels also had a couple of guys on the second team, Mateo Malbach, Jacob Adams, and I believe Lance Bain. And my apologies if I got that wrong. The Essex Trojans finished second in the Northern Neck District, Conference 43. They dropped a game to Lancaster in the finals. They beat Northampton this past Tuesday night, 75-69. That was the 4 and 5 seeds here in the regional. So that was a pretty tough game for both of those teams.
Yeah, and Coach Harris mentioned in the pregame interview, Essex this season has had 3 losses that were by 1 point. They lost to Northumberland twice by a point, Rappahannock once by a point, and then they lost to Lancaster one time by 3 points. So that's a 1-possession ball game right there. This is a good Essex Trojans basketball team.
Alex Peterson, the senior at center jump circle there, he's 6'6". Most of the rest of the Trojans are around the 6-foot mark or maybe just a little under.
We'll tell you about the folks that make our broadcast possible here as we move on, and we'll send some shout-outs around the horn as well. We know we've got a lot of folks listening in Central Virginia and beyond. Tip is controlled by Josh McClure, although really Peterson got more hands on it than Galliard did. Altavista working right to left from our perspective. We're up here not in the press box, but in the top row of the bleachers in a press row area with a table, and it's a pretty nice setup. Poindexter has it on the right wing. Piers inside the defense. Nothing there, so he'll retreat to midcourt with the dribble. It's a zone defense to start out for Essex, and it looks like the old 2-3 zone, Dave.
Yeah, with the big man in the middle there on Lance Galliard.
Galliard dishes off to Poindexter. He was guarded tightly by that aforementioned big man, Alex Peterson. Peterson stands at 6'6". You're going to hear his name a bunch on offense and defense. McClure drives in, had the basketball stripped on the left side of the paint. That's an early turnover, and the Trojans are going the other way. It's number 24, Kevonte Moore in the ball game. He passes left, now has it back in his hands, studies the defense for a moment, and gives off to Terrell Hundley. Man-to-man defense for Altavista. Looks like McClure's drawn the assignment of guarding Alex Peterson. 1 minute into the contest, still no scoring just yet. 0-0 ball game between Altavista Altavista and Essex. Katie is our sound engineer back at home base. We made her scramble a little bit in the pregame show, but she's performing with flying colors as usual. Peterson, pull-up jumper from 16 feet, no good. Lawrence Galliard snatches a long rebound out of the air. Good defensive work there by the Colonels, Dave. Malback will walk slowly to his right with a waist-high dribble. Looks like a set play coming up maybe for the Colonels. Long cross-court pass to the left side. Poindexter, NBA range three off the back iron. No good. Malback has a rebound 15 feet away. Dishes inside to McClure. His two-footer wouldn't fall. He thought he was harassed and fouled. No whistles come out from the referees. We've played nearly 2 minutes in the ball game. Still no score just yet. This is Javante Moore. Shake and bake dribble, try to get by the defender. Instead, it's off to Hundley. Hundley floats high off the backboard and in, and now we do have a score. It's 2-0 early, the Essex advantage. 5:53 left to play in the first quarter. Colonels in the front court left. Galliard has it. Pardon me, that's McClure in the mid-post. Dishes back upstairs towards Chancellor Mormon's area between the circles. Now it's Poindexter. Cross-court pass left wing to Malback. Malback drives. Shot at the free throw line was blocked by the big man Peterson. Trojans defense pretty relentless early. Javante Moore into the front court. Pulls up from 19 feet. It's good. That was a long two-pointer. Must have had the shoelaces on the line. Coach Troy Harris urging his team on. Colonels trail, but it's only 4-0 early. Galliard, free throw line, dishes to Poindexter. He'll send it in the corner to McClure. McClure out from the left corner, out to the top of the key. Galliard driving to the basket. He is fouled by Terrell Hundley. That really our first stoppage in play comes with 5:04 left in the first quarter. It's presented by English's, your complete home center.
Hundley tried for the block there for Essex, but also drew a little bit of body as he went up.
You'd think he may have been clean upstairs on the ball, but made some body contact with Lawrence Galliard. Galliard playing without the glasses tonight. I'm assuming he's got the contacts in. He's just not going to go out there unable to see. Jacob Adams in the ball game now for Chancellor Mormon. He joins Mateo Malback, Lawrence Galliard, Daquan Poindexter, and Josh McClure. 5:04 remaining in the first period. Galliard misses both free throws. Alex Peterson grabs the rebound for Essex. Javante Moore sprints it up the near sideline right. One-hand pass was incomplete. Malback picks up the loose ball. Mateo come down the left side of the lane. Foul. Galliard stuffed it back in after the fact, but that doesn't count. It's just going to be a foul, and Mateo Malback will shoot 2 free throws.
And we'll see who that one was on.
Nice pressure defense there from the Colonels. They forced Essex into a bad pass. Moore tried to snap it in close range to Peterson. Malback's first one rattles home, and Altavista has their first points of the ball game. They trail 4-1. Mateo Malback shooting at 62% from the charity stripe coming into the ball game. Pounds the ground with a couple dribbles, deep breath. Fires the second one, no good. Rebound is loose, contested by Galliard, but he could not pull it in. Instead, it was Terrell Hundley. Essex gets it into the front court quickly. Now they tap the brakes and slow it down a little bit. Isaiah Taylor touching the ball for the first time. Colonel still working in the man-to-man defense. This is Peterson at the top of the key. Holds it high over his head. Now he'll dribble. Working on McClure. Got inside, up and under move. Off the glass shot, doesn't fall, but the tip in does. The big man Peterson, not to be denied, down low.
Had a couple of attempts to put it up there.
You give a 6'6 man a few attempts, Dave, and they're probably going to convert sooner or later. Colonels trail 6-1. It's an early Essex lead. We're not even midway through the first quarter yet, though. 4:10 left to play in the first. Brought to you by English's, your complete home center. Poindexter went inside and found himself blocked away by Alex Peterson.
Another rebound for Peterson.
6-1. Long three-pointer hoisted by Javante Moore. No good. Rebound is loose. It's controlled by Peterson about 22 feet away from the basket. There's a foul. It's an offensive foul. Peterson lowered the shoulder. McClure took the charge nicely, and Peterson comes up with a little hitch in his giddy-up, sort of holding and pawing at his left hamstring. He didn't go down really hard on the floor, Dave, when he made contact with McClure. Maybe just a Charlie horse type of situation there.
So the Colonels will put it inbound. Malback brings it up court.
It's Delonte Norman in the game for Essex. Colonels have Malback, Poindexter, Adams, Bain, and Josh McClure. Lance Bain, the sophomore in the ball game for his first action here with 3:35 left to play in the first. Colonels trailing by sideline to find Daquan Poindexter. Now it's free throw line and Adams. They kick out to Lance Bain, and Lance Bain bringing it up from the left wing. Bain is a sharpshooter from outside, Dave, and he made Essex pay for leaving him open there.
The sophomore is dangerous from the outside.
6-4. Colonels have cut the Essex Trojan lead to 2. Peterson has it, top of the key. Short pass over to Hundley. Hundley then hands off to a circling Cavante Moore. Moore with the waist-high dribble, right hand guarded by Adams. There's a three-pointer nailed by Terrell Hundley. Hundley from straight away, bombing in for the triple. 9-4 Essex advantage with just under 3 to play in the first period. Back and forth ball. Basketball has not gone out of bounds much. We've had a couple free throws, but other
A short drive will save you money.
I'm Greg Walker with an exciting new offer from Feller Chevrolet. Purchase any new or used vehicle of Fellers and receive a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 3-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Again, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and a 3-day money-back guarantee. At Feller Chevrolet, we stand behind what we sell, and we save you money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
A short drive will save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Life happens: divorce, family problems, criminal charges, civil litigation, personal injury cases. Turn to David W. Shreve, an experienced attorney at law. David W. Shreve has been practicing law for over 30 years. Free consultation for personal injury cases. David W. Shreve wishing good luck to the Altavista boys basketball team in the playoffs. Go Colonels! David W. Shreve, located 7th Street, Altavista, or by phone 369-6621.
There's nothing like a winning team to bring pride and enthusiasm to a community. The Altavista Office of Economic Development is a proud supporter of Colonel Sports. Congratulations to the coaches and players on a winning season, and good luck in the basketball playoffs. The Altavista Office of Economic Development, helping grow a better community. For more information and business incentives, contact Dennis Jarvis at Town Hall, 7th Street, Altavista.
PCM Industrial Services recognizes the importance of high school athletics by sponsoring this award-winning broadcast. PCM Industrial Maintenance and Construction Specialists providing welding, millwright, erection, and fabrication services to all forms of industry throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. From offices in Altavista, PCM Industrial Services congratulates the Altavista basketball teams on another successful season. Good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Fighting through some minor technical difficulties. The Colonels having some difficulties of their own. They trail at the moment 11-4. Lance Bain going to try and change him with a three-pointer. No good. Galliard has the rebound in the middle of the paint, and then he's fouled as he makes a move to the basket. It's an 11-4 Essex lead. Altavista, Dave, has been plagued by some early turnovers that's allowed Essex to get some extra chances and get some free looks at the basket.
Essex very tenacious on defense, collapsing on the Colonels. Colonels trying to work it inside, but not having a lot of success.
Not much luck getting in the paint. You know, Oscar Briggs had that great stat on Tuesday. Altavista getting over 50% of their points from inside the paint this season. So if they can't get there, that takes away a big area where they like to score. Bain catches a long inbound pass. We've got 40 seconds left to play in the Englishes, your complete home center, first quarter. Colonels trail at the moment by 7. Down, but certainly not out. We've got 30 seconds left to play in the opening stanza now. Poindexter whistles it inside to Galliard, sends it back out to Malback for 3, and that's good. Mateo Malback cashing in from the right wing. Colonels have hit a pair of long balls so far in the game. That's keeping them in it. It's now an 11-7 Essex lead. Bain hit the first three-pointer. Malback hit that one there. There's a steal by Daquan Poindexter. 10 seconds left on the clock. Poindexter skies, had his shot blocked. It'll stop the clock with 6.7 seconds left. Basketball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Altavista Colonels.
Colonels in their white jerseys tonight as the home seed.
Colonels are the number 1 seed in this East region. Essex comes in at the number 4 seed. Malback catches. Top of the key. Sends it to McClure. Josh McClure firing for 3. It's no good. Poindexter with the rebound. Gets it off at the buzzer, but it wasn't anywhere close. And that will bring a close to the first quarter of play. It's Essex 11, Altavista 7. Second period on the way when you return to 105.5 KD Country.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Virginia are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Brought to you by English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
After one quarter of play in the East Region Semifinal, it's the Essex Trojans 11, Altavista Colonels 7. I'm Kyle. He's Dave.
Essex with 4 fouls here in the first quarter of play. They've got a tenacious defense, very aggressive, but it has drawn some fouls. Colonels don't have any fouls yet.
Not just yet. I don't think Troy Harris minds the way his team is playing defense at the moment, although you feel like if you go a whole game without any fouls, Dave, how hard did you play? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have some fouls if you're trying to get the ball at all.
Right. You got 5 of them to use. You might as well get 1 or 2 in a ball game, right? We're underway.
Take a chance.
That's right. We're underway here early in the second quarter. It's Essex basketball in the front court, right? They're in the road purple jerseys with the gold trim. Fadeaway leaner, no good. Galliard could not control the rebound. It was jockeyed for by Cordero Washington. Essex has used a lot of players, Dave. Altavista, not many subs. Bain and Adams, the only 2 players off the bench yet for the Colonels.
Washington was really leaning hard on Galliard on that rebound. Caused to go out of bounds.
Inbound play there is a pump fake by Kevontae Moore. His lay-in won't fall. Peterson tried to tip it back to the basket. Poindexter has to control the rebound and shields it away from the would-be Essex Trojans thieves. And now all of a sudden, I guess that would be thieves. All of a sudden the Colonels are in the front court looking to score again. Oh, Galliard lost it. Just dribbled it right off his foot. That one not exactly forced by the Essex defense, but maybe the Trojans have Altavista playing at a pace or a speed they're not really comfortable with.
Yeah, Galliard tried to turn off on Peterson and go to the basket, but it went off his foot and consequently out of bounds.
7:20 left to play in the third quarter. There's a partial block by Josh McClure, and then Hundley touched the basketball while he was standing out of bounds. So it's Altavista ball. 7:16 left to play in the Englishes, your complete home center. Second quarter. We've got some shout-outs to come. We're so glad you're tuned in, whether you're listening on 105.5 or with many of the other online options that Dave Haney discussed in the pregame show. Poindexter, jab step, fakes his way to the hole. Now he has it back after a return pass from Malbeck. 7 minutes even left to play in the half. Malbeck rifles one down low to McClure, who catches and scores.
McClure was wide open under the basket.
11-9. Great fastball there by Malbeck to get it to him. McClure with the catch and shoot, easy basket. Altavista on defense, digging in, man-to-man variety here for the Colonels. Poindexter guarding Kevontae Moore, giving him about a 3-foot cushion. They send it in the mid-post to Peterson. He steps out near the 3-point line. Step-back jumper on the way. No good from 19 feet for Peterson. McClure rebounds after the box out on the shooter. Poindexter fakes the 3. Got bumped. Has to work through the contact. Has it to Lance Bain now. Bain back to Poindexter. Daquan Poindexter's 3-pointer. No good. McClure tried to tip it back to the front of the iron, but that wouldn't fall either.
Another rebound by Peterson.
Kevontae Moore angles his way in the front court from right to left. Stutter step move and a crossover. Gets it to Hundley. It's Essex basketball. They're leading 11-9. They've led the entire game. They opened up with a 4-0 advantage. Peterson, quick step move to the basket, and he really shook McClure loose with the speed and then also the physicality. Good combo move there from Alex Peterson. Colonels trailing 13-9. We're still in the second quarter here from Cumberland High School. It's a 1A East Region Semifinal. Both teams advanced to Saturday. Just a question of do they go to championship game or the third-place game. Poindexter got swatted down to the deck hard. That was all ball, though. Another 3-pointer on the way from Essex. No good. Colonels box out well and get the rebound. McClure going to bring it right down Main Street. Steps to the hole, but he took too many steps. Couldn't get the dribble down as it looked like the ball kind of got stuck on his hip, Dave, and another turnover.
Well, the refs are really letting them play. There was some contact in there. There was some contact on Poindexter and Galliard under the basket on the previous Colonel possession, too. It's, the guys are really leaning on each other in the lane.
Well, do you think the officials have been consistent both ways? Hate to put you on the spot with that question, but
well,
you think so?
Haven't called any fouls on the Colonels yet. And
maybe
maybe Altavista should be more physical. See what the limit is, right? See how much the referees really are letting them play. Kelmon Taylor with a between-the-legs dribble guarded by Mateo Malback. Malback follows him through after he passes it away. Peterson will shoot from that same spot, about 18 foot away, right wing, no good. Malback into the front court quickly, trying to weave his way through the defense. He'll instead pass to Galliard. Now it's Adams. Adams one-hands it to Malback. He throws an overhead pass to Mormon on the right wing. Colonels working against a 2-3 zone defense from Essex. They've got the basketball trailing by 4. Galliard jump pass to Adams at the left wing. He gives it right back to Lawrence Galliard. Galliard trying to muscle his way through the contact. He sends up a high arcing hook shot that will go in. 13-11. Altavista back down by 2.
First basket by Galliard tonight.
He's really having to play through that contact, Dave. I mean, you mentioned it a minute or so ago, and you saw it firsthand right there. He just muscled his way through a couple defenders. Taylor, pull up, jump shot, no good. McClure controls the rebound with relative ease. We've got 4:15 left to play. Adams zigzags his way into the front court around the defense. Ball back. Got bumped as he came to a jump stop. Don't know if Mateo was passing or shooting. They're going to call this an on-the-floor foul, not in the act of shooting.
3 defenders in Mateo's face there when he did that jump stop.
We're just about midway through the second quarter here. It's presented by English's, your complete home center. Few more days left to the February Carhartt sale at English's on North Main Street in Altavista. Easy on and off from 29, so we're talking to all you people from outside A-Town, too. There's a foul on Josh McClure. The Colonels will have their first foul whistled against them. McClure wasn't particularly happy with the call, but he definitely made some contact with Kevonte Moore from Essex. 13-11. The Trojans lead by 2.
It's McClure defensively against Peterson, number 40, the tall man, 6'6", for Essex.
McClure's got some more muscle. Peterson's got about 3 or 4 inches on Josh. So it's a good battle down low. You can see him posting up, jockeying for position right now as we speak. Adams is guarding Kevonte Moore, who has the basketball for Essex. Now he leaves it over to Terrell Hundley. Back in the hands of Kevonte Moore, right wing. Pull up three-pointer, rattles home. Kevonte Moore had the hand in his face from Jacob Adams. He made it anyway. Essex landing again from long range. That's their third three-pointer of the evening. They now lead by 5, 16-11. Colonels circle the basketball around the perimeter. Haven't moved it inside the three-point ring just yet. Now it goes to Adams on the right side of the paint. Bounce pass back to Poindexter, right sideline. Down low it goes to McClure. He had it blocked away by a collapsing defender from Essex. That was number 14, Delonte Norman. Trojans playing really good defense. They've got the basketball at the moment. Peterson holds it over his head. Ooh, high pass was sent back court, and that's a violation. Kevonte Moore could not reel it in on the high pass.
Essex may not be much bigger than the Colonels except for number 40, Peterson, but the rest of their guys can really get up in the air to rebound.
Athletic. They got that pogo stick kind of jumping where they can jump 2 or 3 times before you've only jumped once. It's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah.
Colonels, again, they only trail by 5. It's not nearly desperation time yet. We've still got 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Malback has it, 30 feet away from the basket. Makes a move there and bounces off to Poindexter. Poindexter really just trying to bulldoze his way through 3 defenders. And Essex will end up getting whistled for their 16th foul. I believe it's on number 14, Delonte Norman.
You're absolutely right.
That's what you paid me the big bucks for, Dave.
First foul on Norman. And Isaiah Taylor has 3 fouls, number 12 for Essex.
Poindexter's first free throw is converted. It's now a 16-12 Essex lead. Some shout-outs here.
First point tonight for Daquan.
That's hard to believe, too. Eleanor Haney has us tuned in Hurt, Virginia. Probably listening in Hurt also is Faye Dalton. Big-time Colonel fans there. We'll have more shout-outs to come as the game goes on. We know we've got a bunch of folks tuned in. Poindexter sinks both. Trims the Essex lead to 3. There's a steal by Lawrence Galliard. He lost it coming down with the ball. A little bit shaken up. He'll hop up. Mateo Malback has it now. Sprints into the front court. Slows down for a moment. Checks his rear view mirror. And then tries to go to the hoop again. He's fouled. And now Mateo Malback going to go to the free throw line because it's the 7th foul on Essex. So it's a 1-1 bonus situation for the Colonels.
I'm not sure if they call that on number 23. Yeah.
Number 23 is a mystery man for us, Dave.
What? Yeah.
We're going to find Tristan Martin-Cavas tuned in after a hard day down there in the office or perhaps at the cafeteria. Peterson with a stick back. He scores and he's fouled. Gosh, the 6'6" big man, Alex Peterson for Essex, is really doing a number on the Colonels inside, Dave.
Getting a lot of rebounds, and the Colonels just don't have an answer for the 6'6" man.
You know, they're doing their best to put a body on him, to rough him up, to be physical with him. I mean, nobody's better at that than Altavista. But Peterson, I mean, he's wiry, but he's not thin. He's not a toothpick out there. I mean, he's well put together, and he's a senior. He does miss the free throw, though, so the Essex lead will stand at 18-13. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Subway halftime show will be some fun, and we'll get some time for some more shout-outs in there, too. It's a low-scoring affair here from Essex. Nobody scored the first 2.5 minutes of the ball game. Galliard has it. Free throw line. It's over to Bain, left sideline. It's an Altavista basketball. They're wearing the home white jerseys. They are the #1 seed in this East Region tournament. Bain, catch and shoot triple on the way. No good. It was off the mark. It never drew iron. We're under 2 minutes to play in the half. The mystery man, number 23, high steps into the front court. Now it's over to a wide-open Hundley. His three-pointer is no good. Missed assignment there by the Colonels, but it didn't burn him. Poindexter into fifth gear, to the iron, throws it up high off the square and scores. Daquan Poindexter, man, he was moving quickly. That was baseline to baseline, and he got fouled in the process, Dave.
Good job as the Colonels are up and running tonight. They're pressing the ball down the floor, trying to get inside, and Poindexter took it to the hoop.
Well, one of the classic ways to beat that zone defense, Dave, is to just beat it down the floor before they can get set up, and Poindexter did just that there. Got a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Right-handed shooting Poindexter. Free throws in and out, no good. Nice athletic rebound by Delonte Norman. He'll hand off to Terrell Hundley, who brings it up the right sideline in the front court. Norman with a fadeaway jump shot, no good. Lawrence Galliard secures the rebound right off the rim for the Colonels. 90 seconds left to play in the half. Colonels could really have a big possession here. They trail by 3. Could potentially tie it up on this trip down the court. McClure's going to try and do just that. High arcing three-pointer, no good, but there's a rebound by Poindexter. Colonels have a second chance.
Good positioning by Poindexter to get that ball.
Mormon pass fake. Then he gets it over to Poindexter. Poindexter whistles it cross court back to Chancellor Mormon on the right sideline. A lob pass from Malbeck. Now it's down low to McClure. Works his way inside, scores. Nice job on the power dribble there by Josh McClure. And then the banker from the left side. Colonels only trail by 1, 18-17. Kelmon Taylor just tried to pull his way through Mateo Malbeck, and Malbeck's going to end up being the one whistle for the foul.
Just the first foul on Mateo Malbeck tonight, and the third one on the Colonels.
50.7 seconds left in the half. Here comes the catch and shoot three-pointer from Moore, in and out. Man, that was all but down. Somehow it jumped out of the hole there. A little bit of a bad break for Essex. 18-17. Colonels could take the lead on this possession, Mr. Haney. You can see that the Colonels' spirits are back up. The energy level looks to be a little higher. Oh, errant pass there. Galliard couldn't pull it in from McClure. Moore, right side layup, doesn't fall. Poindexter got back. Good job by Malbeck and Poindexter to hustle back and fortify the back line of the defense. The ball will stay with Essex after it went out of bounds, though.
They said Poindexter was on the line there.
But really, the hustle from Mateo and Daquan saved what would have been easy points from Essex. Here comes a Trojan inbound, baseline left. They throw it long to Kelmon Taylor. He'll work through a screen, off the window and in. Floating and scoring is number 10, the senior Kelmon Taylor. Back to a three-point advantage for Essex. 12 seconds left in the half. Let's see what the Colonels dial up. Poindexter, open NBA range three, no good. Rebound is loose. They're going to whistle Chancellor Mormon with a foul. He got on the back of an Essex player. That's Mormon's first foul, just the Colonels' fourth as a team. 3.8 seconds left in the half. Now Essex will have a try at a buzzer beater, potentially.
Full court pressure by the Colonels.
Well, it's tipped away. No, Malbeck has it. He'll fire it to the rim from half court. No good. It hit the backboard, but really wasn't that close to going in. And the first half of play is done. It's a 20-17 Essex lead. Come on back for the Subway halftime show on 105.5 KD Country.
Some people have never tried food at a Mexican restaurant, so we asked Chad Shelton from
from Shelton's Plumbing and Heating about his experience.
I wasn't so sure what the green stuff was, but they slipped some on my plate one day, and now I won't have a meal without guacamole. Still can't spell it.
At El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, if you have questions, they give you the answers in English. Mexican and American foods, affordable prices, and fast service. Try it today. El Cazador, Main Street, Altavista.
841-1580. That's the number to know this winter when your heat pump is in trouble. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling is the name to know for all your heating and air issues. Call 841-1580 to get Donnie and his team to your house or business fast. 841-1580. That's 434-841-1580. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. The name to know this winter. The number to know, 841-1580.
Napa know-how.
When you grab a pair of Bosch Evolution Beam wiper blades, now $10 off at Napa, you'll have the confidence to tell Mother Nature to bring it. Because with Bosch Evolution wiper blades, now $10 off when you buy a pair, you'll show the weather who's really the boss. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 2/28/17.
Brought to you by Napa of Altavista.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
The Subway halftime show returns as the DJ here at Cumberland High School, Dave, at the halftime show. He's got a great sound system. We might need to borrow that for some of our live remotes. Or at least if we ever need to clear out a crowd. It just got very loud in here.
They can probably hear it all the way back to Buckingham.
They probably can. The Essex Trojans have a 20-17 lead over the Altavista Colonels. It's the Subway halftime show. Before we get to the ball game, Dave, I've been talking about these shout-outs all game long, but let's run through a few. We'll say hello to our good buddies, Dandy Dan Kaufman back at home base. Benny Nash probably got us tuned in. Bud Moses is a big fan. The entire Duff family might be listening, although I see Scooter working the scorebook. Say hello to the Kinlaw clan. And how about the gang there at First National Bank? Guys like Todd Hall, Sean Stone, and Jeff Walker. They're big Colonel fans and big sports fans in general.
Yeah, I would think they'd be checking the game out, maybe not listening to every minute, but in and out to see how the game is going and if the Colonels are on their way here. Trailing by 3 at halftime. Colonels scored 10 points in that second quarter after 7-point first quarter. Essex had 11 in the first quarter and then 9 in the second quarter for their 20 points.
Yeah, so the Colonels outscore Essex in the second quarter. It was a better quarter for Altavista. However, Dave, still too many turnovers, I think, for Altavista.
Yeah, Colonels playing quite up-tempo again tonight, forcing the ball inside, and they're having trouble inside because that 2-3 defense is collapsing on them when they try to go to the hole.
That 2-3 defense is, of course, anchored by the 6'6 senior Alex Peterson. He's a shot blocker. He's a rim protector. And as we pointed out before, the other guys from Essex, it ain't exactly like they're shabby either. They can play ball, too.
No, I saw them get some hands on the ball, some blocks, getting some rebounds, making it tough for the Colonels. The Colonels are holding their own rebounding despite Peterson getting the lion's share of them for Essex. The Trojans, a very good basketball team, and they're giving the Colonels all they want. Colonels are going to have another one of their patented second-half comebacks this season to win this thing.
Normally the Colonels have been pretty good in the second half. We'll see what happens tonight. Oh, and the Big O is tuned in. I'm assuming the Tommy John surgery, ACL reconstruction, and all the rest went well. Oscar's going to have he's going to be like a cyborg eventually here. He's going to have a bunch of other parts in him, maybe, hopefully.
If he's got the right drugs, we probably sound pretty good.
We probably sound okay. The footlong fest at Subway, I'm sure, sounds wonderful. Any footlong for $6. And, of course, two great places to take advantage of the footlong fest are the Main Street Subway location and then inside the Walmart on Clarion Road. Now some of the fans are having like a dance-off here during the halftime show, so that's fun to watch. We'll step aside for a moment, tell you about some halftime scores. We'll be ready for the second half in just a few minutes. Altavista trailing Essex by 3, 22-17. It's region semifinal action on 105.5 KD Country.
Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-cent sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, Tuna Day. The $3.50 sub of the day every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe plus tax may not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
In basketball, the right combination can save a game. In life, it can save your wallet. Visit Lori Watkins State Farm Insurance in Altavista to talk about combining your home and auto insurance and save some money. Like the Colonels, Lori Watkins State Farm wants to put together the right combination so you can win with all of your insurance and financial services needs. Reach Lori or her team at loriwatkins.net to start winning today. Good luck, Colonels.
Hey, Oscar, my insurance situation isn't too good. I need to find somebody new. Just call Mike Kinlaw. I've been a customer of his for over 20 years. Mike Kinlaw, huh? I always knew he was a big Colonel fan. Well, he's an independent insurance agent, so he can shop around and make sure you get the best rates. I mean, you can go online and try the Lizard or the guy that wears khakis, but hey, he's an Altavista graduate. He supports the teams. He's involved in the community. You can't get more than that.
Sounds like I'm calling Kinlaw Insurance Agency.
Yeah, call Mike at 369-5612.
369-5612.
You'll always leave happy after purchasing a Best Bet Motor Sales vehicle. Stop by our Rustburg or Amherst site and check out our great inventory of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Best Bet Motor Sales, proud to have been awarded the Virginia Quality Dealer Award for District 6, 2016-2017. See for yourself our great selection of pre-owned vehicles. Browse our vehicles. BestBetMotorsales.com, home of the 60-second guaranteed credit approval.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show returns. We're hanging out at Cumberland High School. It's a 1A East Region semifinal. Altavista High School trailing at the moment, 20-17. The Essex Trojans in the lead. Dave, a couple more good shout-outs while we're doing it. Our dear friend, former Colonel running back and all-around nice guy, Jonathan Montague, said he just downloaded the KD Country app. He's listening now, and he's loving it. I'm telling you, you got to get that KD Country app. It's wonderful.
Take it with you wherever you go and listen to 105.5.
Anywhere and everywhere. Let's say hello to the Feller Chevrolet gang. Guys like Dennis and Greg and Steven, Ned, Kay Henderson, the whole crew over there at Fellers likes to tune in. Give us some halftime scoring numbers, Mr. Hanier. You're pretty meticulous. You know, Oscar Briggs is always very good at this, and we know Bob Alvis is a numbers freak, but looks like you've got a good handle on the scoring numbers.
All right, well, Daquan Poindexter, the leading Colonel scorer, 2 free throws and a three-pointer. Mateo Malbeck has a free throw and a three-pointer. Lance Bain has a pointer. Lawrence Galliard with 2. Josh McClure with 4 tonight. And none of the Colonels really in foul trouble. Malbeck has 1. Mormon has 1, and McClure has 1. For the Essex Trojans, the leading scorer is number 40, the 6'6 center, Alex Peterson, the senior, with 6 points and 1 foul. Kevonte Moore has 5. One of those a three-pointer. Terrell Hundley has 5. Another one of those a three-pointer. Kelmon Taylor with 2. Isaiah Taylor with 2. And the mysterious number 23 with 2 fouls.
I'm working on it. I'm going to find out who it is. One thing I notice here is the Subway halftime show wraps up. Pretty balanced scoring for both teams. I mean, we know Peterson's the big threat at 6'6", but Colonels have held him to 6 points, so I'd say Altavista's doing a good job there.
Yeah, I think so. Making Josh McClure work hard on defense. Both guys are leaning on each other. We'll see who has the most endurance as we get around to the fourth quarter.
Do you think McClure having such a tough assignment on him, having to work hard on defense, do you think that affects Josh's offensive game a little bit, or you think he's just the Energizer Bunny, it doesn't matter?
Josh McClure, I think, plays hard all the time, no matter what the competition. And, playing some football, he's used to the beating and banging and pushing around in there. I'm not about Josh at this point, but things could change.
A very simple answer there, a very diplomatic, stated your case, but then you left the door open for the fact that you might be wrong later on. I like that.
Well,
Colonels.
I've been wrong before.
That's that's good. That's not your first rodeo here. Colonels will start the quarter with the basketball. There's an early turnover by Altavista. An easy bucket by the mystery man, number 23, after he jumped into the passing lane. Malback just could not hit the target and get McClure there, so Essex building their lead in the opening seconds, and Galliard leaning away, falling and scoring. He just sort of line drived it to the square there in. It wasn't exactly textbook, but part of that was because Lawrence was getting fouled. This is a chance for Lawrence to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. So Altavista gives up 2 points early, and then they scored 2 points early. Essex had 6 men on the court for a moment, but they got a player off. Colonels start the second half with their opening starters, Dave. It's Lawrence, Galliard, Josh McClure, Daquan Poindexter, Mateo Ballback, and Chancellor Mormon. Galliard's free throw in and out. There's a nice rebound by Alex Peters. Grabs it with 2 hands, then secures it and gives it off to the point guard, Terrell Hundley. Now it's number 21, Tamaje Jones in the ballgame for Essex. Trojans have used a lot of players.
They keep everybody fresh.
22-19, they lead. Up and under scoop layup was blocked away from Keontae Moore. Now it's Jones driving. He'll get it. No, it will not fall. It just barely trickled off the front of the rim. Rebounded by the Altavista Colonels, Josh McClure. Poindexter, hard to the basket from the right baseline. Fouled. The shot doesn't work, but get a chance for the charity stripe with 7:04, 7 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the Englishes, your complete home center.
That foul was on Alex Peterson, just his second. Isaiah Taylor had that last foul for Essex. He has 4 for the night. He's on the bench.
I imagine that a big part of head coach James Moore's game plan, he's the head coach for Essex, is trying to keep the big man Alex Peterson out of foul trouble, because that's a common strategy that opponents will use, is they'll try and go right at the big man and get him in foul trouble early, so he has to watch most of the game rather than play. Majay Jones with the basketball, working backwards. Now he'll accelerate to the rim, guarded tightly by Galliard. Galliard seemed to force that shot off the mark. Colonels trail by 2. Another possession now where they could tie or take the lead. Oh, Mormon lost it. He had it in his hands. Just sort of looked away there as he was completing the catch, and it ends up in the Altavista bench. There's an inbound pass for Essex, and now Altavista will back off that full court pressure. Terrell Hundley will walk it into the front court, drops down into a crouch, guarded tightly by Mateo Malback. He'll sprint it up the left sideline. Now it's Peterson at the top of the key. He'll pull up from 16 feet. That shot was partially blocked by Josh McClure. The basketball is loose. Mormon didn't see it. Peterson has it back. He dribble penetrates to 10 feet, then stops, reverses course, gives it up to the mystery man, number 23. Left sideline over to Tamaje Jones. He's just a sophomore. Now over to Hundley again. 6:13 left to play in the third quarter. Essex leading by 2. They've led the entire game. There's a foul away from the basketball. And again, Mormon was just being a little bit too handsy on Keontae Moore. Maybe he even got into the purple jersey of Moore.
Second foul on Chancellor tonight.
Mormon's out for a breather. Jacob Adams in the ball game now. He joins Malback, McClure, Galliard, Poindexter. It's 2 juniors out there. Galliard and Adams joining 3 seniors. There's a handoff play. Keontae Moore has it. All 3 of those seniors were first-team all-conference players for Altavista. Driving layup by Moore doesn't fall. They're going to get Jacob Adams for too much body contact. Whistles come out with 5:54 left to play in the third quarter.
And the Colonels trailing by 2 here. Just the first foul on Jake Adams in the ball game.
Second team foul on the Colonels this half. Third quarter presented by Englishes, your complete home center. Remember the February sale on all in-stock Carhartt gear at Englishes, your complete home center. February's coming to a close quickly here, people. It's only 20 days in February, 28 days. What do I know? Second free throw, no good from Moore. He made the first. It's now a 23-20 Essex lead. Poindexter, jump pass, gets it to Galliard. He times the step up, makes a beeline to the basket, and gets charged for a foul. That's an offensive foul on Lawrence Galliard. That time, Alex Peterson getting his feet set. You could see Galliard timing up the steps there, and Peterson read that pretty well.
I think Coach Troy Harris said he needed to have a little more room going in there.
Jones is fouled, working his way to the right side of the 10. And that foul, I think, is on Lawrence Galliard. Yes, it is. So that's Lawrence's second in just a matter of moments. Probably about a 10-second stretch there that Lawrence picked up his first and second personal fouls. 23-20 is our score here. Essex leads. They've led the entire ball game. The lead was as big as 6 at one point, Dave. But for the most part, this ball game, it's hovered right around a 3, 4, 5-point advantage for the Trojans.
Yeah, the Colonels started out a little bit slowly, but trying to come back here.
Up to a 5-point lead now for Essex as both free throws are canned. Teo Malback will saunter into the front court with a right-hand dribble. Now he looks at the defense, flings it over to Jacob Adams on the right wing. Now it's left corner to Daquan Poindexter. Quan, couple
combination can save a game. In life, it can save your wallet. Visit Lori Watkins State Farm Insurance in Altavista to talk about combining your home and auto insurance and save some money. Like the Colonels, Lori Watkins State Farm wants to put together the right combination so you can win with all of your insurance and financial services needs. Reach Lori or her team at loriwatkins.net to start winning today. Good luck, Colonels.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Installing Atrium vinyl replacement windows is like an investment in your home that can begin to pay dividends right away. You can save up to 30% or more on your home's heating and cooling costs. Add to your home's equity and add to its value by upgrading its looks and energy efficiency. Custom crafted Atrium vinyl replacement windows. Invest in your home's future with English's.
English's is your complete home center.
Business 29 Altavista.
Winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
2 points were missed there by our friends because of our technical difficulties, but we're back. Altavista trying to secure the rebound on a missed Essex shot. The Trojans lead 25-21. It's a 4-point Essex advantage right now. We're 5 minutes left in the third quarter. It's presented by English's Your Complete Home Center. We're battling the technical demons here tonight, Dave, but we're going to get you all the action. Don't worry. There's a shot by Jones that was partially blocked by Galliard. The stick back by Peterson doesn't fall. The big man not to be denied on the glass. He's going to go to the free throw line after the foul. Let's see who this is on. I think they got number 30, Josh McClure.
You could hear the skin on that one.
It's the second one on McClure. Josh has done a wonderful job guarding the 6'6" Alex Peterson, who we mentioned is not only tall, but he's strong, he's quick. Got a good jump shot, got a knack for being around the basketball. Really the complete player for Essex. Sinks the first from the free throw line. He's got good form from there, too. 26-21. The Trojan lead back up to 5. 4:55 remains in the third period.
Lance Bain checking in for the Colonels, and Galliard will take a seat.
I'm just going to say it's Bain, Mateo Malback, Josh McClure, Jacob Adams, and Daquan Poindexter on the court for the Colonels, clad in the white home jerseys. They're the number 1 seed this region semifinal. The free throw was no good, but the Colonels smacked it out of bounds.
Colonels just having trouble corralling that ball under the defensive end of the basket here. Trojans have been forcing the action for quite a while.
They're pesky, and they pressure every rebound. You know, they really work hard for the rebounds before they drop back. Moore leaves it off to Jones, and really was a collision down there underneath the basket. No call. Alex Peterson keeps playing, and he scores with the right hand from right in front of the iron. 28-21. Biggest lead of the night so far.
3 bodies on the floor back there under the basket.
You said they were letting them play early in the ball game, and that's certainly the case now. 5 team fouls on Altavista so far in this half. Essex with 3. Oh, there's a pass out of bounds. Poindexter just threw it way too high for Lance Bain. It ends up in about the third row here at Cumberland High School.
I should be keeping track of the Colonels' turnovers because there's been quite a few.
Way too many. Way too many for Coach Harris's liking. Colonels, man-to-man defense. There's a shot fake from Hundley. He'll dribble about 10 feet away from the basket. Now it's off to Jones. Jones throws it over his shoulder to Kevontae Moore between the circles. He'll back out. He's a foot inside the half-court stripe, working off of Peterson's screen. Shovels it underneath, pass to the right corner to Hundley. Altavista digging in on defense. We played exactly 4 minutes in this third quarter. It's a 7-point Essex lead. Step back three-pointer from Moore on the way. No good. Altavista cleared out the lane well and then rebounded nicely. It was Adams had the ball in his hands. Colonel's in the front court right, working left to right from our perspective up here at the top row of the bleachers. McClure has it right baseline, 10 feet away, never looks at the hoop, passes instead. Lance Bain got a wide open three-pointer, in and out, no good. Alex Peterson skies up for the rebound at the left edge of the paint. Moore will bring it up the right sideline on the sprint, leaves it for the trailing Peterson, who scores. Essex has run the lead up to 9, and Coach Troy Harris needs a timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout with them. It's 30-21. Essex in the lead. 3:26 left to play in the third quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
When you need an important business loan, you want to deal with a decision maker who will respond quickly. I'm Penny Wallace with local First National Bank at our airport branch. I'm focused on business customers, and we have a streamlined process to help you with any loan need. I can offer various business loans for real estate, new equipment, and credit lines. So for better business banking, think of us first. That's local First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
We return to Cumberland High School. Altavista trailing by 9, 30-21. When we started the quarter, it was a 3-point ball game, Dave, and surely the deficit increasing is the reason why Coach Troy Harris wanted to take the time out there.
Colonel turnovers have put them in this hole. Essex playing a very aggressive defense still. And Peterson starting to take a little bit of control here in the third quarter.
You know, you can D him up well in the half-court set, but he's so tall, he's so rangy that when those missed shots happen, he can get his hands on it even when you've got him boxed out well. He's just closer to the rim than everybody else. Basketball is still a height game. Ball back. He'll tee up a three-pointer from straight away. No good, but Galliard with the rebound scores pretty easily from the right side with the right hand. Lawrence Galliard with 2 much-needed points for the Altavista Colonels. They're down by 7.
Nice drive by Galliard back there.
Yeah, that was Taylor that was hanging and firing, but Galliard got in the way of the shot attempt. Altavista in the front court right. 2:56 left to play in the third period. Galliard's pass is intercepted. He was looking for Lance Bain underneath the basket.
Telegraphed it.
Stutter step move by Hundley. He hangs and scores with the right hand. Terrell Hundley, a junior for the Essex Trojans, has 2 more points for the visitors, 32-23. The trip was about an hour and 50 minutes for Essex, so it's really almost equidistant for Altavista and Essex to meet here. And Daquan Poindexter, his basketball meeting the nylon from three-point land. He scores a triple for the Colonels, 32-26. Altavista with a big bucket from long range by Daquan Poindexter. Man-to-man defense still for the Colonels. Peterson, he had his shot rejected by Josh McClure. McClure timed it up well. Basketball is going to stay with Essex. More substitutes coming in for the Trojans. It's Cordero Washington back in there. Delonte Norman, I think we might missed a few. Devontae Moore's back in the game. Colonels at the moment have Lance Bain, Daquan Poindexter, Mateo Ballback, Josh McClure, and Lawrence Galliard. Altavista's in the home whites playing defense. On the left-hand basket here, Poindexter nearly got a steal on Moore. Leaves it off for Washington. He traveled in the middle of the lane. Good call there by the official to spot it. Turnover.
Using the old give and go there. They set the screen, and then when the guy sloughs off on the ball, the guy breaks the basket, a backdoor play.
1:56 left to play in the third. Colonels defended that give and go well. Ball back, lob down low, on target for McClure. McClure fouled as he tries to score. Got swatted on the biceps and the forearm by, I believe, number 20, Tamaje Jones. He's going to get whistled here.
Essex keeping fresh players in the game. They can keep the pressure on the Colonels that way.
It's a great strategy. You have the guys that can pull it off. 32-26, Essex in the lead. They led at halftime 20-17. McClure rattles home the first free throw.
Josh was 11 of 12 from the charity stripe on Tuesday night. He's really been getting better and better from the free throw line as the season has progressed.
Just his first point of the second half.
Wow. Missed the second free throw, though. Might have jinxed him a little bit there. The lead for Essex at the moment is 5. The jumper on the way from number 42, Cordero Washington, is off the mark. Colonels have it up the right sideline quickly. Poindexter stops about 17 feet away from the basket, and he's fouled. It's going to stop play with 1:34 left to play.
There wasn't much contact on that play like what happened on the other end here a little while ago.
Wow, how about this? I've got some great intel for you on number 23.
Yeah.
The mystery man for Essex, not scoring here. That was Tamaje Jones who went up, and there was some serious contact as Mateo Malbeck and Tamaje Jones met, really just clobbered each other. Galliard will try and score, but he's fouled on the floor. I think Malbeck's point, maybe Coach Harris's point is, 2 guys hit the floor on a shot attempt. It's either got to be a charge or a foul, right?
Yeah.
The intel on number 23 is J. Bell Richardson. This is via our executive producer, Elizabeth Haney, who got the information from Matthew Hatfield, who is a wonderful high school sports man who does a lot for Virginia Preps and some other outlets, too. Big props to Matt Hatfield and also our executive producer, Elizabeth Haney, for finding out number 23 is J. Bell Richardson. Altavista basketball, but they nearly lost it. Lawrence Galliard had to track down an errant loose ball. 1:10 left to play in the quarter. Now the Colonels did lose it. Up ahead quickly. Moore can't score the lay-in. Good hustle by Galliard to get back and play defense and get the rebound. Lawrence kind of looks halfway exhausted out there.
Now the Colonels are running hard here.
This up-tempo Essex brand of basketball, it's not that the Colonels can't play up-tempo, Dave, but it seems like Essex just pushes and pushes. Now, I know the scoring pace is not high scoring. It's just 34-26. We've got 1 minute left to play in the Englishes, your complete home center third quarter. Malbeck going to try a 3 from straight away. No good. Long rebound control by the Trojans. They've got a 3-on-2 fast break. Galliard blocked Washington from the backside, but got whistled for a foul. You can hear the reaction from both the Essex crowd and the Altavista crowd.
Decent Altavista crowd on hand tonight.
It is. A lot of folks made the trip. I mentioned about an hour and 45-minute drive from Central Virginia. And we've also got fans in the gym for the second game, which is, of course, Matthews taking on Lancaster. The winners will meet at 6 p.m. on Saturday. The losers of these 2 semifinals will meet at noon on Saturday. The first free throw in the cash box for Cordero Washington. That runs the Essex lead up to 8, 35-27. Trojans led by 4 at the end of the first quarter, 3 at the end of the first half. Washington's second one good. You got to give Essex props from the charity stripe too, Dave.
Lead still at 9 for Essex.
42 seconds left in the third. Bain catches at the left wing, about 25 feet away from the hoop. Now it's over to the right side, Daquan Poindexter. Colonel scoring on the right-hand basket this half. Poindexter catch and shoot. Three-pointer is good. Bullseye from Daquan Poindexter. Number 4, the senior, starting to come alive for the Colonels. Another block for Lawrence Galliard on the defensive end. Lawrence is getting it done on defense. Poindexter scoring from long range. The Colonels trail by 6, but it almost feels like they've got some more momentum now, Dave.
Nice block by Galliard from behind.
There's a foul away from the basketball. They got Daquan Poindexter. He tried to reach around and slow Kevonte Moore's cut to the hoop. Moore never had the ball. 16 foul on Altavista? 7th, yeah. Kevonte Moore is going to shoot a 1-and-1.
Just the first foul on Daquan Poindexter.
Oh, we've all made that mistake. Back to Dante Poindexter, the human wrecking ball out there on the football field for Altavista. He was a lot of fun to watch in his day. Moore calmly sinks the first one with the short piston-like stroke. 37-30. The Trojans are back up 7. I'm Kyle Haney. He's Dave Haney. So glad you're listening at home, whether you're on 105.5, old school, or whether you got new school technology working for you, like Johnny Montague and some other folks listening with the KD Country app. 38-30. Moore makes both the free throws. Down to 17 seconds left to play in the third period. Colonels trail by 8. Nearly a steal there, but Galliard hung on to the ball. Poindexter firing again for 3. That one was off the mark to the right. Up ahead quickly. Delonte Norman's lay-in was blocked by Mateo Malbeck, but they'll whistle number 3, Mateo Malbeck, with the foul.
And that's just the second foul on Mateo tonight.
They had to hustle back and make Norman earn it.
Yep.
And when you've only got one foul, it's your credit. Why not get in there hard and make some contact, especially with the way the referees have been letting them go at it.
Yeah, and see if this ball player can make the foul shots for Essex.
This is Delonte Norman. He's a 6-foot sophomore for Essex, and he does sink the first. How good have the Trojans been from the charity stripe, Dave? It's impressive.
Very good, particularly here in this second half of the ball game. They're nailing everything they go to the line for.
5.3 seconds left in the quarter. Norman sinks this. He'll give the Trojans a double-digit lead. It would be a 10-point margin for Essex, and that would be their biggest lead of the evening. Takes his time on that free throw line. Now he fires with the right hand. It's no good. Galliard grabs the rebound. Colonels are going to have a last-second try here. Poindexter up ahead quickly. Tried to draw contact. Heaves a last-second three-pointer up to the iron. It's no good. Altavista's got some work to do in the fourth quarter. They trail 39-8 minutes of regulation left, and you return to 105.5 AD Country.
A short drive will save you money.
I'm Greg Walker with an exciting new offer from Feller Chevrolet. Purchase any new or used vehicle of Fellers and receive a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty and a 3-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Again, a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty and a 3-day money-back guarantee. At Feller Chevrolet, we stand behind what we sell, and we save you money. Come see us. You'll be glad you did.
A short drive will save you money. Feller Chevrolet in Altavista.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Fourth quarter on the way in the 1A East Region Semifinal. Altavista trailing by 9. Essex 39, Colonel 30. Erica Thomas has joined the basketball party on the radio via TuneIn. They're using all those options you mentioned, Dave. Got a feeling our good buddy Danny Barber did or still has us going on good old 105.5 there on Broad Street. And, of course, the sugar daddy Earl Hackworth likes to tune in on 105.5 as well. Colonels with some work to do here. Down, certainly not out of it. They trail by 9. Altavista coming into the ball game with a 4-game winning streak. They've won 11 out of their last 12. Essex will start the fourth quarter with the basketball. It is the Haney duo on the air tonight. We send out best wishes to our buddy Agent Zero, Oscar Briggs, who is tuned in. He and Mike Kinlaw had an extended conversation about the game. It's probably still going on. Peterson with a stick back there on the missed shot from Kelman Taylor. Altavista just unable to box out the 6'6" Alex Peterson. It's an 11-point lead now for the Trojans. 41-30. Biggest lead of the evening so far for Essex. Altavista's got to be careful. They don't want to let it fall down anymore. McClure, nice spin move, works to the inside of the basket there and scores off the window for 2. Altavista trims the deficit to 9. 7:15 left to play in the English's fourth quarter. Peterson, the pull-up free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound controlled by number 22, Terrell Hundley. Kelmon Taylor will backpedal his way near the left sideline. Here's a behind-the-back dribble from Kevontae Moore. He skies, floats to the basket, no good. But Peterson with a wide-open putback attempt. He just came right down the middle of the lane. Nobody put a body on him, Dave.
Good move by Peterson.
He's athletic. He gets to the rim quickly, moves well. 43-32. Essex leads by 11 again. Poindexter splits the defense, had the ball stripped away on his trip to the basket. Nice bounce pass look from Taylor to find Kevontae Moore. That's another bucket there for Essex. One more score, and you got to believe Coach Harris is going to burn another timeout for the Colonels.
Colonels looking a little bit tired here.
Still the 2-3 zone from Essex. They've stayed in this all night. McClure, hard step to the basket. Tries to get inside Peterson. Got harassed, and the shot wouldn't fall off the rim in the backboard. 6:15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Essex really starting to pull away. They lead 46-32, 45-32, and it'll be the Trojans that opt to take a timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. It's Essex 45, Altavista 32, 6:12 left to play on 105.5 KD Country.
Life happens. Divorce, family problems, criminal charges, civil litigation, personal injury cases. Turn to David W. Shreve, an experienced attorney at law. David W. Shreve has been practicing law for over 30 years. Free consultation for personal injury cases. David W. Shreve wishing good luck to the Altavista boys basketball team in the playoffs. Go Colonels! David W. Shreve, located 7th Street, Altavista, or by phone 369-6621.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Well, it was Essex coach James Moore taking the timeout. What do you think the discussion there was? His team's up 13, Dave.
Boy, that's a good question. I'm not sure what his strategy was.
Maybe just telling his team to keep their foot on the gas and don't assume that the Colonels are out of this, because we know the Colonels are not out of it. However, it's a 13-point deficit with just over 6 to play. Altavista's going to have to do a lot right in this last 6 minutes to come back.
They're going to have some threes.
Oh, Poindexter just got shoved to the ground there. Hops up. I think it was a screen from Javel Richardson. Colonel fans thought it was a little too aggressive and perhaps maybe a moving screen. It's man-to-man defense from Altavista. Essex has the basketball in the front court left. I know my good buddy Jason Brown was tuned in earlier. Don't know if he's still listening. He's probably out there breaking records or something. Javel Richardson backs it out. Now it's over to Hundley. It's in the middle to Tamaje Jones. Really playing a bit of a keep-away game now. It's almost the four corners offense. In the middle, it goes to Peterson. He floats and fires with the right hand and scores. 47-32.
Went up over McClure that time.
Alex Peterson coming alive in the second half. Galliard, one dribble, makes a move, floats. His shot is blocked away. Essex coming down quickly in transition. They leave it off for more. Finger roll finish from the right side. The Trojans are starting to run away with things. They now lead 49-32. 5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Good look from Galliard to McClure. McClure scores with the reverse lay-in from the right side. Timeout on the court for head coach Troy Harris and the Altavista Colonels. It's Essex 49, Altavista 34. Just under 5 to play in the ball game on 105.5 KD Country.
There's nothing like a winning team to bring pride and enthusiasm to a community. The Altavista Office of Economic Development is a proud supporter of Colonel Sports. Congratulations to the coaches and players on a winning season, and good luck in the basketball playoffs. The Altavista Office of Economic Development, helping grow a better community. For more information and business incentives, contact Dennis Jarvis at Town Hall, 7th Street, Altavista.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Altavista down, but again, not out of it just yet. 4:55 left to play in regulation. It's a 49-34 Essex lead. Dave, another big shout out to our sound engineer, Katie. She's working hard back at home base to make it sound good. We have fought through some technical difficulties. Mr. Haney, you mentioned the Colonels probably needed to get a three-pointer or two in this comeback try. What else? Just pressure defense, cause some turnovers?
They're going to have to dig deep here. The Colonels look a little bit tired. Essex looks fresh.
We've said that all night. Essex does look to be the fresher team. Colonels' conditioning has never been in question all year. They've got a turnover here. That thought will have to get put on hold. Galliard coming down the right side of the paint, angles away from the basket, fouled on the floor. This will be the 17th foul on the Essex Trojans. So Lawrence Galliard will trot to the charity stripe and shoot a 1-and-1.
Good job there by the Colonels.
Maybe Altavista expended a lot of energy on Tuesday. Maybe they used up more energy in their win than Essex did in their victory. Trojans beat Northampton on Tuesday night to get here. Wasn't by a wide margin or anything, but sometimes those scores don't exactly tell the tale. Galliard missed the freebie. Basketball out of bounds. It was off of the Trojans, so it'll stay with the Colonels. Good hustle by Poindexter and Malbeck to get around the basketball.
Colonels turning up pressure defensively here a little bit.
And they have to, as we mentioned. 4:34 left to play in the fourth quarter. Presented by English as your complete home center. Adams, right-hand dribble, scoop lay-in, goes down. Jacob Adams there with a move that I don't think Essex saw coming. He exploited the lackluster defense from the Trojans. A double team on the far sideline. Trojans were able to break it. Now they're into the front court. Moore just holds it on his hip here as if to slow the proceedings down for a moment. Essex scoring on the basket in the left forecourt. Dave Haney and I are up here at the top row of the bleachers at Cumberland High School. 4:05 left to play in the 1A East Region semifinal. Ball handler gets by Mateo Malbeck. There's some help defense to cut off Hundley. Now Peterson will try the free throw line jumper. No good, but an easy rebound and stick in for Tamaje Jones. Another case where the Colonels lost the man, didn't put a body on him in the box out. There's another steal by Essex. A high lob pass never got to Daquan Poindexter. Trojans hustle into the front court quickly. They're going to spread things out and take some time. 5 Trojans around the perimeter. The big man, Alex Peterson, posted up in the left mid post. Floater runner from number 10, Kelmon Taylor. Gosh, they hit you from every angle, and they just keep coming, Dave. It's another basket for the Essex Trojans. Their lead is all of a sudden up to 53-36.
Colonels just don't have an answer for this aggressiveness from the Trojans. They are putting the pressure on, anticipating passing in the lane, and just causing the Colonels to turn the ball over.
They score in so many different ways, but the majority of their points have come from inside the paint, Dave. They got the 3-pointers in the first half, if you recall, but since then, man, they've really been dominating on the glass and attacking off the dribble, attacking with pass inside. Peterson with all kinds of moves. The free throw, is no good. Maybe a little bit of a glimmer of hope there for the Altavista Colonels, who all of a sudden trailed by a lot, 53-36. Altavista was down 3 at halftime. Lawrence Galliard's 14-footer from the left elbow is no good, too short. Devontae Moore with an uncontested rebound. Essex into the front court again. Coach Troy Harris urging his defense up and get in their face, get in their shirts. Norman shot blocked. Foul on the play. This is Kelmon Taylor, actually, it's going to go to the free throw line, who got the ball from Norman.
Not sure. Do they call that on?
I'm not sure either. Galliard was in the area. McClure was in the area. He was on the first man.
They say Galliard.
Yep.
Yeah.
His 4th, 10th on Altavista as a team. It was a 9-point Essex lead at the end of the third quarter. This free throw is good. It's an 18-point lead now for the Trojans. Colonels haven't been down 18 points in a long time. I mean, even that Dan River loss a few weeks ago, I don't think Altavista was ever down 18.
And there's only 3 minutes left in the ball game as he sinks the second one.
Essex continues to be outstanding from the charity stripe, too. Delonte Norman in the game. He was already in the game. Substitute is Terrell Hunley for Essex. Altavista has Bain, who'll trigger the 3 from the left wing. No good. Lance Bain, Josh McClure, Mateo ball back, Daquan Poindexter, and Lawrence Galliard. That 3-pointer didn't go. We've got under 3 play in the ball game, and the Colonels down 19. It's going to be miracle comeback time now. We'll see how hard the Colonels press for it, or if they just resign themselves and get ready for the third-place game on Saturday. Nice feed to Delonte Norman. The sophomore scores from 3 feet away on the left side. Coach Harris has answered that question. He's going to send some substitutes in the ball game. A long 3-pointer from Josh McClure on the right sideline is no good. It'll be 4 fresh Colonel faces out there in just a moment. Trojans leave it off for Peterson. He skies for 2 and scores again. Timeout on the court for Coach Troy Harris and the Altavista Colonels, who now all of a sudden trail by 23. Can you believe that? We'll take timeout too. It's 59, Altavista 36. Just over 2 to play in the ball game on 105.5 KD Country.
PCM Industrial Services recognizes the importance of high school athletics by sponsoring this award-winning broadcast. PCM Industrial Maintenance and Construction Specialists providing welding, millwright, erection, and fabrication services to all forms of industry throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. From offices in Altavista, PCM Industrial Services congratulates the Altavista basketball teams on another successful season. Good luck in the playoffs. Go Colonels.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Two minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the ball game here at Cumberland High School. It's Trey Jones. He'll try and put up a free throw line jumper. No good for the Colonels. They've got Jones, Traquan Farmer, Bailey Stinnett, Lance Bain, and Christian Gilbert on the court at the moment. The Essex Trojans lead by a bundle, 59-36. Remember, it was just a 3-point Essex lead at halftime, Dave, and they really expanded this thing here in the fourth quarter.
They've blown the game open here against Altavista with their pressure defense and pressure offense.
That's a great point. You don't talk about pressure offense much, but I think you nailed it. They just keep attacking. They attack in many different ways. They get the ball to the basket in a lot of different ways, and they seem to have a knack for scoring around the bucket. They score again from the free throw line here. That's Tamaje Jones sinking the first of his pair.
The free throw line numbers are going to be incredible for Essex. They make another one. Coach James Moore has a well-schooled squad. The Essex Trojans come into this region tournament as the 4 seed. Lance Bain, long three-pointer on the way in, good. Bain scores another one. The sophomore striking again from the left wing. Trims the lead to 61-39. 90 seconds left to play in the half. Catch and shoot 16-footer from Tamaje Jones is good for Essex. They just keep scoring, Dave. This time the mid-range jumper working for the Trojans.
Everything's fallen for the Trojans.
Sure is. Colonels are going to play in that third-place game at noon on Saturday. It'll snap a 4-game winning streak for Altavista. We mentioned that Essex is good. I mean, 17 wins on the season. 4 of their losses have been by 3 points or less. They've had 3 one-point losses on the year. So this is an Essex team that is battle-tested. They're ready. They're going to pull their starters out now, and you hear the applause come out from the Essex crowd that has traveled well. We mentioned just under a 2-hour ride for them, just under a 2-hour ride for most Colonel fans. And Altavista's East Region Championship streak is going to be snapped. They've won the last 4 East Region titles. Not going to be the winners this year. They'll be in the third-place game on Saturday at noon. We've still got 1:15 in regulation. It's a 23-point Trojan lead. Lance Bain sinks the first free throw.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Virginia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
Brought to you by English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
So we asked Chad Shelton from Shelton's Plumbing and Heating about his experience.
I wasn't so sure what the green stuff was, but they slipped some on my plate one day, and now I won't have a meal without guacamole. Still can't spell it.
At El Cazador Mexican Restaurant, if you have questions, they give you the answers in English. Mexican and American foods, affordable prices, and fast service. Try it today, El Cazador, Main Street, Altavista.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
30 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Another minor technical hiccup and another basket for Essex while you were away. They now lead by 25. We're down to 20 seconds left to play in the fourth. Colonels maybe look to score here just to get some positive vibes going into Saturday. It's going to be the biggest Altavista defeat of the season. It'll be the Colonels' 6th loss of the season, and one really that just got away from them in the fourth quarter. I mean, they trailed by 9 to start the fourth quarter, but this fourth quarter really was all Essex. Inside it goes to number 50. That's Mark Kendall. His shot won't go. We're down to 2 seconds. Gilbert will get up a 40-footer. That's no good, and the basketball game has come to a close. Essex wins it 65-40. You heard all the action live on 105.5 KD Country.
841-1580. That's the number to know this winter when your heat pump is in trouble. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling is the name to know for all your heating and air issues. Call 841-1580 to get Donnie and his team to your house or business fast. 841-1580. That's 434-841-1580. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling. The name to know this winter. The number to know, 841-1580.
Napa know-how. When you grab a pair of Bosch Evolution Beam wiper blades, now $10 off at Napa, you'll have the confidence to tell Mother Nature to bring it. Because with Bosch Evolution wiper blades, now $10 off when you buy a pair, you'll show the weather who's really the boss. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Offer expires 2/28/17.
Brought to you by Napa of Altavista.
At Subway, Monday is no longer Monday. It's Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day. That's the $3.50 sub of the day. Subway has a different 6-cent sub of the day every day of the week. Each has no artificial flavors or colors from artificial sources. For just $3.50, it's a great sub for a great price. Wednesday, that's it's Turkey Breast Day. Friday, tuna day. The 357 of the day. Every day at Subway. At participating restaurants, additional charges for extras and deluxe, plus tax. May not be combined with other offers, coupons, or discount cards.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway postgame show is here. It's a 65-40 Essex Trojan victory. Dave, here's a good stat for you right here. Altavista trailed by 3 at halftime. Essex outscored the Colonels in the second half, 45-23. It was all Trojans all the time. Colonels had no answer for a lot of Essex's weapons, and I think it's going to give Altavista something to think about as they head into that third-place game. You can bet that Coach Harris and the guys will be hard back at work tomorrow in the gym to get ready for that third-place game, and hopefully maybe get to see Essex sometime down the road in the state tournament.
Well, there's the 8 teams left come next Wednesday. Essex will be one of them. Altavista will be one. Altavista playing for a third-place seed rather than fourth place. They'll give them a little better opportunity in the tournament. We'll see who they're up against. But, boy, the Essex Trojans just scored from everywhere. A lot of guys scored. They kept rotating guys into the ball game all night long, stayed fresh, and just were able to out-hustle the Colonels in that last quarter of play.
It was pretty impressive stuff. The lineup and the crew there at Subway, always impressive. It's the foot-long fest at Subway in Altavista. And you can check out 2 great locations. Inside Walmart on the Clarion Road, and then, of course, on Main Street in Altavista. The Footlong Fest, any footlong for just $6. Dave, this is the Subway postgame show, of course. It was a 65-40 win for Essex. Altavista record falls to 18-6. We've just touched on it briefly. It was a game where there was certainly some bright spots for the Colonels. No doubt about that. You know, you think about Lance Bain from long range. You think about Daquan Poindexter doing his usual thing. But the Colonels, I don't know, in the paint there, you know, Josh McClure played his butt off as he always did, but it just seemed like Essex was always one step ahead of them. And not just McClure, but everybody.
I agree with you. The Essex team was just quick, and down in the box, they just surrounded anybody who's got the ball inside.
Subway postgame show going to wrap up right after this timeout. We'll come back with some final stats and players of the game, tell you a little bit more about what to expect on Saturday, and we'll ride on back to home base. So glad you joined the basketball party on the radio. Didn't go the way the Colonels wanted it tonight. They fall 65-40 at the hands of the Essex Trojans. You heard it all live on 105.5 KD Country.
In basketball, the right combination can save a game. In life, it can save your wallet. Visit Lori Watkins State Farm Insurance in Altavista to talk about combining your home and auto insurance and save some money. Like the Colonels, Lori Watkins State Farm wants to put together the right combination so you can win with all of your insurance and financial services needs. Reach Lori or her team at loriwatkins.net to start winning today. Good luck, Colonels.
Hey, Oscar, my insurance situation isn't too good. I need to find somebody new.
Just call Mike Kinlaw. I've been a customer of his for over 20 years.
Mike Kinlaw, huh? I always knew he was a big Colonel fan.
Well, he's an independent insurance agent, so he can shop around and make sure you get the best rates. I mean, you can go online and try the Lizard or the guy that wears khakis, but hey, he's an Altavista graduate. He supports the teams. He's involved in the community. You can't get more than that.
Sounds like I'm calling Kinlaw Insurance Agency.
Yeah, call Mike at 369-5612.
369-5612.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Well, the final segment of the Subway postgame show is here. The Colonels fall in this one 65-40. It was the Essex Trojans, the winner. Essex will advance onto the East Region Championship game. Altavista's 4-year streak of being the East Region champ is snapped. Still a pretty impressive run, Dave.
It has been. The Colonels have had a good season, and it's not over. We play again on Saturday, as you mentioned earlier, 12 o'clock noon here, and then again next Wednesday, and we'll have to double-check that time, but we'll know a little more Saturday.
That game is actually next Friday. That game is a week from tomorrow. We'll be at Virginia High. All the state quarterfinal games are at Virginia High, and we'll discuss that a little bit more on Saturday. It will be Saturday's game again at noon against the loser of the two teams that are warming up in front of us right now. Matthews and Lancaster getting set to hook up in the nightcap here tonight. The winner will take on Essex in the evening. Let's get to that post-game scoring there, Dave. You had a lot of numbers to add up. Some of them good for the Colonels, some of them not as good.
Yeah, I just totaled a little bit of them up. Colonels only scored 10 points in the fourth quarter, and Josh McClure had 4, Lance Bain had 4, and Jacob Adams had the other 2. So that's the 10 points for the Colonels in the fourth quarter. Josh McClure ends up with 9 on the night. Daquan Poindexter led all scorers for the Colonels with 12. Lance Bain ended up with 7. Jacob Adams had 2. Lawrence Galliard had 7 tonight. And that's, Malbec had 4 in the first half. We didn't hear from the scoring column in the second half of the game. For Essex, the scoring very balanced. Alex Poindexter leads all scorers, the 6'6" senior, with 17 points. Their guard, Devontae Moore, ended up with 14. He really drove that offense when you look at what's going on. He made things happen out front there. He had a lot of help, and a lot of different guys scored for Essex tonight, but Moore led the way from the guard position.
Yeah, we talked about Alex Peterson all night, the big 6'6" man. He had 17 points, a bunch of blocks, a bunch of rebounds, but great call on Moore. He's kind of in the driver's seat there, dealing the cards, and, he can score a bunch too. So that's a pretty impressive 1-2 punch there as far as a backcourt, frontcourt duo goes. It's the Subway post-game show. Let's get to our players of the game, Dave. I can go first for Essex. That's what I normally do. Probably got to be one of the two guys we just talked about, Devontae Moore or Alex Peterson. I can pick one, and you can pick the other if you want to, but that's pretty self-explanatory right there, I think, don't you?
I think so, too. You can go either way, I think, with those two guys. Peterson cleans everything in the middle with his height and gets a lot of easy points that way. Not to take anything away from his talent. He certainly is a great ball player, and you're going to see a lot more of him as you head down the road to the state tournament.
Well, let's shift over to the Altavista Colonels now. It's a little bit tougher here. I'm going to go with number 4, Daquan Poindexter, and he led him in scoring. He was on the glass. He drew the tough defensive assignment at least part of the time on Devontae Moore, at least made Moore get rid of the basketball some, and it was a good night for Daquan, just not enough in a losing effort.
Yeah, I'd go along with Daquan Poindexter as the player of the game for the Altavista Colonels with his 12 points. Those threes that he hit during the game always lifted the Colonels up, as threes often do, and the lack of scoring by the Colonels, particularly in the latter part of the game, Daquan kept them in the game at least early on.
Yeah, Colonels had a chance there after one of those threes that Poindexter hit in the third quarter. He had a pair of third-quarter long balls that really gave Altavista a fighting chance there, but again, just not enough. Colonels fall 65-40.
Too many turnovers for the Colonels tonight.
Yeah, and beat on the glass too, which is kind of rare talking about Altavista basketball. Normally they win the rebounding battle. I mean, obviously there's exceptions, but tonight they just couldn't do that. Our schedule, again, is this. Saturday, we're here at noon for a third-place game against the loser between Matthews and Lancaster. And the Subway pregame show should be on around 11:40, so it'll be some brunch and basketball, if you will, or maybe if you like to eat lunch early, you can have a little lunch during the game. Maybe you can get up here and see the game in person, but if not, you can always tune in to us. Our basketball is presented by Feller Chevrolet, now offering a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Kinlaw Insurance Agency, locals providing affordable insurance options. Call Mike and Jonah. First National Bank, helping you bring home more bacon. English is your complete home center. The February Carhartt sale is on at English's. Napa Auto Parts in Altavista. Find your Napa know-how on Main Street. English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. PCM Industrial Services, now with mobile welding and repair service. Altavista Office of Economic Development, we invite you to come find one of a kind. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Service, family serving families since 1905. Best Bet Motor Sales, Virginia Quality Dealer District 6 Award winner. David W. Shreve, divorce, family problems, criminal charges, personal injury. Turn to David Shreve, attorney at law. Lori Watkins, your new State Farm agent in Altavista, your new neighbor here for when life happens. D.L. Bryant Heating and Cooling, call Donnie at 841-1580. That's 841-1580. And El Cazador, check out the daily lunch specials at Altavista's original Mexican restaurant. This concludes the Subway post-game show. We're out of here. Hope you stick around and enjoy some of this real country music. Altavista loses to Essex 65-40. We're back on the air Saturday, tip-off around noon. We hope you'll join us for some basketball on 105.5 KD Country.